wonderful works. Great African women, women like Queen Nzinga, who had it going on as the Queen of Angola, and the brilliant military strategy held the British or the Portuguese army at bay for some 30 years. African women like Queen Nefertiti, whose beauty was so dazzling, but her beauty was matched by her brains. And she presided over the brilliant Egyptian dynasty in a crucial time. Women like Harriet Tubman, not known for the man she was married to, but known as the Moses of her people, who led some 300 slaves from slavery up to freedom in the North. Women like Mahalia Jackson, who could sing the heavens down. Women like Helen Reed, who played the B3 organ, whereas folk came from all over the country to hear this woman play the organ. Oh, I wish I had a witness in here. Phyllis Wheatley and Sojourner Truth and Mary McLeod Bethune, whose husband said, "I ain't gonna let you do that." And she said, "Holy, don't play that with me." This same woman went down to Florida where, with $1.50, she founded Bethune-Putnam College. Women have always been in our community, been able to rise up and stand up and say, "I'm not going to be defining myself not by the man I'm married to, but by the man I'm aligned with and that I've been saved by." Hello, somebody. Hello, it's our mamas that brought on the religious attitude and atmosphere in our homes. Come on, somebody. I was telling Reverend Mann this morning, I was upstairs ironing my little African outfit, and I said to him, if my mama was alive, she'd smack me down.
Ready on Sunday? I ain't on Sunday.
He said, "Why would she smack you down?" I said, "My mama didn't play that on Sunday. You don't be doing no ironing on Sunday. If you didn't get it down on Saturday, you better not do nothing on Sunday." See, they believed, our mamas believed in the Sabbath and to keep it holy. Y'all didn't hear me. Y'all didn't hear me. My mama would cook dinner on Saturday. She wouldn't do no cooking on Sunday. All she had to do was warm it up and serve it. That's the kind of mamas we had, who loved the Lord. And Dorcas, in spite of her good works, Dorcas died. But Peter comes to town. And the book says that Peter brings resurrection power to a dead situation. And Dorcas, number one, was able to wake up. Number two, she was able to rise up. And number three, she was able to take out a new lease on life. Give me a moment, if you will, to take up my text and do my expository examination of this episode. And we're going to help black women to know that they got power to wake up. How do you wake up? Well, women will wake up when we rally spiritual supporters with a sense of expectation. Somebody say expectation. The Bible says when Dorcas died, word was on the gospel grapevine that Peter, the emissary for the eternal, that redeemed rock and Pentecost preacher, was just up in Lydda and had helped a brother by the name of Aeneas to get up. The book says that they sent for Peter, but watch out what they did. They did something strange when homegirl died. They did not bury her immediately. And that was the Jewish custom. Come on, somebody. That you ought to be buried before the what? The sun go down. And as a Jew, they died immediately. They were buried almost immediately. The Bible says that they took Dorcas's body, they washed it, put some fresh clothes on it, and took her to the upper room and an upper chamber, and then they sent for Peter because they were expecting something to happen. Even though the situation looked dim and dead and were hopeless and helpless, they were rallying spiritual supporters with a sense of expectation. And we've got to come together and we've got to stay if we expect something to happen. Hello, somebody. You can't look at your situation and say, well, it's over. You got to use a positive mental attitude. Call on some spiritual folk. Tell them you need some help in prayer. Hello, somebody. You got to expect something to happen. You got to believe something gonna happen. You can't just look at your situation and see things as they are. You got to see things as they can be.
Right.
Hello, somebody.
That's right.
Just like that old lady down in North Carolina, when they had a great drought down there, and there was no rain for several months. And so the pastor of the church said, listen, we're going to all get together, and we're going to pray for rain. And we're going to believe God for rain, so meet us on Wednesday night for a great prayer meeting. We're going to pray until something happens. People gathered in the church, and little Mother Jones come down the aisle, down the church, with some galoshes on, a rain cap, an umbrella, and the people started laughing at her. They started laughing at her and making fun of her. And told the pastor, we ought to put her out of here. Coming in here with galoshes and a rain cap and a raincoat and an umbrella. And they started laughing, and one deacon said, Mama Jones, what are you doing here with all that stuff on? She said, well, we came to pray for rain, didn't we?
Gotta believe it, yeah.
I'm just crazy enough to believe that when we get through praying, God's gonna send the rain. I got a spirit of expectation. Laugh at me if you want to, but I'm still believing God. And that's what the Bible says. They prayed, but they said, Peter, come in, because we believe you can do something. Because the spiritual supporters had a spirit of expectation. And that's my word for some sisters here today. You don't have to expect and accept your current situation the way things have been. They don't have to be that way always. You don't have to stay where you are in the mess that you are in. Rally some spiritual supporters with a sense of expectation. The Bible says they sent for Peter. And after you rally spiritual supporters with a sense of expectation, then sisters, you got to respond to the healing word of liberation. Somebody say liberation. The Bible says Peter got there. And when Peter got there, he knelt down and prayed. Can't you see him praying? Look at him down there. Father, I stretch my hands to thee. No other help I know. If thou would withdraw thyself from us, where shall we go? And so when you understand what God can do, every now and then you got to send for somebody. You got to ask somebody to pray for you. Hello, somebody.